There are more slaves today than at any time in history. Less than 1 in 100 victims of human trafficking will ever escape. God is calling us to break the chains of modern-day slavery and set captives free. Child Impact launched Operation Child Rescue 10 years ago with a project in India to combat the evils of human trafficking. From that first project, Child Impact now has 30 projects in 16 countries and growing. Hundreds of children have been set free and now have hope for a bright future. When a child is rescued, our work has just begun. We must provide a safe place, nutritious meals, and a loving team to nurture their healing journey. We would like to invite you to partner with us as part of the Rescue Party. Those who join the Rescue Party commit to support Child Impact's rescue projects on a monthly basis. This monthly gift is a lifeline to these precious children. Join Child Impact as we rescue and protect children from forced child marriage, sexual exploitation, bonded servitude, abandonment, and abuse. Thank you for bringing hope to a child.
In the United States, safety for vulnerable women, vulnerable populations is something that I think that we're super concerned about. My journey here in Zambia, I've understood that it's not something that's at the forefront of a lot of people's minds is the safety of young girls and young women. I have been in law enforcement for 12 years. And what I've learned over 12 years is that safety is key. I'm constantly thinking about not only my safety, but a perk of the job is the safety of others. And safety, especially of vulnerable communities, which include young girls and women. And unlike being in the US, safety here in Zambia is not really all that emphasized. It's upsetting, it's angering, it's heartbreaking.
Hi everyone, I'm going to share with you my story from bad to good. I haven't been staying with my parents for years now. My mom has been mentally ill for 9 years now. My dad is a drunkard. He doesn't work, just drinks. He doesn't sleep at home. When I was staying with my aunt and uncle, my uncle used to sexually abuse me every night, and sometimes he used to come to my bedroom and would slap me, force me to sleep with him. He used to threaten me if I tell anyone, he's going to kill my brothers and me, and no one is going to know. So he's scared to tell people. My aunt, when she came back, I tried to tell her, but she didn't believe me. She just told me, you're trying to destroy my marriage. You should never step your foot in my house. You're going to destroy my husband. You're going to destroy my kids. Okay. Jesus loves you. You can say it to yourself. God loves you. Okay? Okay.
I am a protector. That's my job. My job. I'm also a parent. So I understand it from both sides. It's not normal. And somebody has to stand in the gap to protect them. And that's sponsors, that's the staff here at Riverside, and just a little bit that I could do to contribute with some of my knowledge base and experience. I wanted to make sure to share that with them, and I hope that they understood that I'm passionate about them and that I care about them and their well-being.
My neighbor told me about this school, Riverside Secondary School. Yes, she told me about Child Impact, how they help people and they change lives of people. So Madam Manda came out to me. She's not just someone, she's more like a mother to me. Yes. And when I want someone to talk to, she's always there for me. She helps me, she encourages me, and I'm really grateful for that.
A few years ago, Craig Harding, the director of Riverside Farm, came to our office, the Child Impact office in Tennessee. And we were talking about the sponsorship program and really how do we get the most vulnerable kids in the communities around Riverside onto sponsorship and going to school at Riverside. And here at Riverside, this is a fantastic school, and they have very high expectations for the kids. It's known throughout the country as one of the top schools. Their slogan is the school of the future, and I love that. So for some of these kids, the most vulnerable, they can't pass the test to get into Riverside. And so we were like, how do we get these kids into a safe place on campus? And we were talking, Craig and I and Melissa Moore, the sponsorship manager for Africa. And Melissa said, what about a program where we could tutor the girls and also give them a life skill? And Craig said, well, we already have a program where we have people on campus who are learning the skill of tailoring. They have about 1,500 people who come onto campus every day, working in the farm, the banana fields, and they all need uniforms. They have almost 600 kids who are going to the school here who need uniforms every year. And so there's constantly this need, there's already a market for tailoring, for this skill of sewing. And so we said, well, why don't we get the most vulnerable girls, put them into a special program where they learn the skill of tailoring. And at the end of the program, hopefully they can pass the entrance exam and we can put them on sponsorship at Riverside. But if they can't, or they're a little bit older and education's not really a career path for them, that we could give them the sewing machine and they could go back to their village and they could start a home tailoring business. And so that's really how this tailoring program came to fruition.
So the girls that are in the tailoring program, oftentimes it's because their academics weren't enough for them to qualify to attend secondary school. And so without that secondary training and without any kind of vocation, their options were very limited of what they can do with their lives. And so some of these girls, a lot of them, have grown up with very poor families, and so there's a lot of pressure on them to do something to earn money for their families. Some of them are selling tomatoes or potatoes or corn in the market. Others are selling themselves in the market. And so we knew that we had to do something to end that. I've heard a few of the girls share that they were forced to sell their bodies to men that were coming in the truck shop to do some sort of sexual acts with them to earn money to be able to feed their younger siblings. And so in one sense, they weren't like forced to, but poverty forced them to. And the fact that they knew that they could do something to help save their younger siblings or to serve their family, for them, it doesn't feel like a choice. They said, we have to do something so that my younger siblings don't starve. If I can do something about it, then I will. So I was able to actually visit a couple of the villages where we have students from the tailoring program or those who have graduated. And when you go there, there's like a few little shops. They were not even open. By maybe 7 in the morning, there were already some guys walking down the street who are drunk. We saw the girls that we sponsor went back to their home village and they were greeting their friends. Probably they had gone to primary school together, but you see the friend, they look the same age and she has a baby strapped to her back. And so that could have been the future for these girls if they were not in the tailoring program.
If these girls are not gotten and brought here to Riverside to be on the sponsorship, to either be in the secondary school or be in the tailoring, these girls are at risk of rape, early marriages, drug abuse and trafficking. Through their daily lives, they would either get raped by a drunkard, get stolen to be sold over the border, and this happens every other day.
When we were at the village, I noticed that there is nothing for them to do. There's no grocery store, there are no opportunities for economic independence. There's no job for them there. Anywhere that they could get a job is gonna probably be several hours away. And the school that's very, very close to their community is only primary school. And I asked, where's the secondary school? They said it's 2 hours walk for these students, which means they will have to walk starting in the dark. They're probably gonna get home after dark, which is very unsafe for these girls. A lot of these girls on their way home or just walking around the market, they've been assaulted. We have girls here who are pregnant as a result of the assault that they experienced when they've been home. That's why I love that this tailoring program exists. I love that we're serving communities that are so isolated and would never have had a chance at a secondary education to learn how to sew, to learn how to make soap, to learn so many things where they don't have to live in the same steps as their parents or grandparents did. They have a skill where they can earn their own money and become independent and take care of their family in a healthy way. We at Child Impact understand that to break the cycles of generational poverty, we have to give students the skills to break themselves out. We can't just give them handouts or give them money and hope that they will ever break that cycle. So by giving them skills, like in the vocational training programs, they have something that they can use, many tools that they can use to become independent financially. Rescue at Riverside means we are going to bring you to a safe place. Forget about the chaos of your life before, we're gonna bring you to safety here. You can always feel safe here. So we're sometimes rescuing girls who have already experienced trauma and abuse, and we're also rescuing girls from that trauma and abuse. If they meet the same vulnerability criteria, we can predict what their life would be like without this intervention. And let's try to grab those girls and say, would you like a chance to have an education? Would you like to have a chance at learning tailoring? Then come, we have a spot for you. And we heard from the kids several times. They said, I cannot believe you picked me. Like, they're so proud of themselves, and we're so proud of them too. They have overcome so much just to be here. When I was sitting in geometry class, I wasn't thinking about somebody might hurt me when I go home. That's what these girls have to face, is that this is really a lifeline for them. Being in this program, it's a lifeline for them. Attending Riverside is saving their life. It's saving their future. It's giving them hope that they would have not had if we did not intervene, if our sponsors weren't there to protect these girls and send the funds that they need to stay in school, we wouldn't have this program.
Right now, I'll be maybe married out there, a wife to someone with 5 children, but I'm happy for that. I'm here studying. After I'm done with school, I want to own a very big institution where I can be helping girls. I want to go there and teach them, tell them my story, teach them how to be strong, how they can improve their lives.
Greetings, friends. The key for these girls that have been rescued that will help them avoid vulnerabilities in the future is to have a career, a job that they can rely on to support themselves. That is what the Tailoring Project is doing here at Riverside Farm. If you would like to support this project and other projects that help give girls a bright future and free them from these vulnerabilities, I'd like to invite you to go to our website, childimpact.org, and select Operation Child Rescue. Or you can call our office at 423-910-0667. Thank you for bringing hope to a child.